Hey, I've got an idea. Let's get out in the great outdoors. Let's explore light energy in nature. Don't y'all just love nature? I know I do. Friends, we are out here in the great outdoors and we're exploring light energy. Let's find out, even on a cloudy day like this, let's find out what happens when light energy illuminates something, when it shines on it. What happens? Does it go through? Is the light blocked? Does it all pass through? Can you see clearly through things? Are some things kind of cloudy? Let's find out as we take a light energy hike out here behind my house. Oh, I can see somebody was walking back here behind my house. Those are the tracks of white-tailed deer. We're kind of following them now. When you take a look at snow, can you see light energy coming through the snow? Let's find out a little more about snow. Friends, now I'm outside at night. So what about this stuff called snow? Is snow translucent, transparent, or opaque? Let's find out. Let's take the light and try to shine it through the snow. This is so cool. Check this out. When I shine the light through the snow, I can see the light through it. I cannot clearly see through snow, but I can see the light through it. Now, it kind of depends on how thick it is. If this snow was very, very thick, maybe I could not see light through it. But snow is translucent. Look at that, like it glows. Snow is translucent. Amazing. What about those things? Look at the clouds. Wow, really cool clouds today. Friends, can you clearly see through the clouds? Are they transparent? Are they translucent? Or are they opaque? Think about it. Clouds. Do they let light come through? Hey, first grade friends, remember the words that describe materials that allow light to pass through or do not allow light to pass through? Remember this word? Opaque. We're out here in nature looking for things that are opaque. Opaque means an object blocks the path of light and does not let it go through. I wonder which things in nature are opaque. I'm also wondering what things in nature are transparent. Remember the word transparent? Transparent objects or materials allow light to pass through and you can clearly see through them. Which things in nature are transparent? Let's look for them. And also, friends, what about an object or a material that allows some light to pass through, but you cannot clearly see through it? Things that appear to be kind of cloudy, those things are called translucent. Let's think about things in nature that might be translucent. Why, look at the clouds behind me. The clouds in the sky behind me are translucent. They allow light to pass through, but these clouds especially, I cannot clearly see through them. Most clouds are translucent. Hey, that's pretty important because we need the light to come through the clouds. Interesting. Let's figure out what objects in nature are translucent. Well, looky here. I'm down at a pond behind my house and I'm looking at something called ice. Now, I've been down to this pond recently and I broke some of the ice. I'm wearing boots and it's very shallow. I'm going to take a look at ice. What would you say this ice is? If I hold the ice up to the light, can you see light coming through? The ice is not opaque, but you can also not clearly see through this ice. If light comes through and you cannot clearly see through it, this ice is, that's right, translucent. See you later, translucent ice. Ha! Well, that ice is not safe to walk on. So this ice is translucent. It is not clear and see-through or transparent. Whoa, check it out. Over here in this part of the pond, the water is open. It's not frozen over with ice. And the water is very clear or transparent. I can see right through to the bottom. It's almost like a window. Look, if I put my boot in, I can see the bottom of my boot. Friends, clean water is transparent. And that's pretty important because plants live underwater and they need sunlight. So it's important that water is transparent so light can get through. Wow. Oh, look at these big trees. These big cottonwood trees by the side of the pond are huge. Is the trunk of a tree transparent, translucent, or opaque? Let's find out. Hey, look, when I lower the camera down to the pond, what is that? That's not the tree in the pond. That's a reflection. Some surfaces can reflect light. So this is a reflection. The light is bouncing off the surface of the pond and coming to my eyes. That's a reflection of the trees in the water. So water is transparent, but it's also reflective. The surface of water can reflect or bounce light. Isn't that cool? Look how the pond's reflecting the sky behind me. That's beautiful. You know about reflection, don't you? Because you probably all looked in a mirror before. When you look in a mirror, you can see a reflection. Light bounces off the mirror. The bouncing of light is also known as reflection. And all surfaces reflect some light. The snow bounces some light too. Lighter colors reflect more light than darker colors. So think about it. When light hits something like a mirror or the surface of water, it reflects or bounces. Amazing. And here we are by the big cottonwood trees. Look at that tree, it's huge. There are 3 of them right here. I love these trees. Hey friends, what about the trunk of a tree? Can you see light through the trunk of a tree? Is the tree itself transparent, translucent, or opaque? I bet you picked opaque, didn't you? You cannot see light through the trunk of this mighty cottonwood tree. Tree trunks are opaque. Very interesting. Hey friends, as I'm walking back here in nature, I have a question for you. I am looking at you in this phone, in this camera, through air. I am breathing in air. It's all around me. You can't see it. We cannot see air, but it's there. So is air transparent, translucent, or is air opaque? I bet you know the answer, don't you? Air is so clear, we would say it's transparent, but it's very necessary to our survival. We need to breathe air, but yet air is transparent. Amazing, all these things in nature. Hey, what about these hard things called rocks? A rock, depending on what kind it is, rocks do not allow light to pass through. As a matter of fact, they make a shadow. See the shadow on the snow from that rock? So a rock does not allow light to pass through. Rocks like this are opaque. A rock is opaque, no fake. Oh, what's that sound? Do you hear it? I love this spot. Look. Here's a creek. This is called Shaw Creek. Look at the water in the creek. Is the water in this creek transparent, translucent, or opaque? I'll bet you know the answer. Remember, if something is transparent, light should be able to shine through it, and you should be able to clearly see through it. Let's check out the creek. Right now, light is reflecting off the surface of the creek. It's bouncing. But if I shine the light through, look at that. The light goes right through and I can see the rocks and sand in the bottom of this creek. So this water truly is transparent, and it's also reflecting light off the surface. That's amazing. Light energy is amazing.